Swift Signage by Cadswift is a signage tool that will make the creation of your signage plans and schedules an absolute breeze. It will also greatly improve the quality of your 3D documentation. You have 8 different generic sign types to choose from. Standard road sign with 1 post, road sign with 2 posts, typical street name signs, a flat wall fixed sign, light box and a double-sided light box, pedestrian directional sign, ceiling hung sign, typical reception sign, and basic 3D lettering. Once you have chosen your sign type, you can then configure the various shape and size parameters. If you nominate lock to preset, these parameters will be set to generic sizing and shape values. To make these parameters editable, you simply uncheck the lock to preset. Once you've got the exact style, shape, and size of sign that you want, you then nominate the content of your sign. You can choose between an image file or text content. If you choose an image file, you simply need to type in the name of that file, including the extension. You can then nominate X and Y positions and adjust the height and width of that image file. To utilize the image file aspect, you simply need to load the desired image with your loaded libraries. If you choose text entity, you have a choice of up to 3 text elements, which can each be defined individually. To quickly define these, you can click the same style, which means you only need to modify text 1 entity, and that will control most of the parameters of text 2 and text 3. In each entity, you can nominate the content, anchor, X and Z positions, font type, size, style, these refer to bold, underline, italics, etc., and the depth in the Y coordinate of your text entities. Once you have defined your content, you can then go into the standard 2D, 3D representation and annotation parameters that come with every Cadswift library part. In the annotation aspect, you have a main text and a detailed text. Both these entities can be controlled with their on-off toggle, with a link to the model view options, and using scale restrictions independently. The main text can source custom entities such as sign01 or the ID of the placed instance. Obviously, you can control the font, size, angle, and the positioning. With 2D and 3D representation, you have your standard pens, fills and materials that you can apply to each element individually. You also in Swift Signage have the option to show the image that you have used for the content on the sign in the 2D view. You can then manipulate the image's X and Y coordinates and width and height independently of its settings in the 3D. Signage documentation is often boring and tedious work, but with the Swift Signage tool, you can drastically reduce your work time, greatly improve the quality and accuracy of your documentation, and also make the whole process a little more enjoyable.